What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTubeverse? I'm just doing a regular video where I get in front of this thing and I go to talking and stuff because two topics I want to hit really today. Sorry for the crinkly noises. Check this out. Check it. He's got a new thing. It's like a little kitty sleeping bag with a little dangly thing on it. He's having fun with that. Aren't you, buddy? Yep. He just ran over here for some pats and more crinkling, so you're going to have a wonderful cacophony of sounds of crinklage as he has a brand new thing that he's going to be playing with. And then he'll keep coming back over here to say hi again, because I did just get home. Excuse me. I'm trying to do a video and stuff real quick before I start getting on and hanging out with my friends for a bit and then go to bed and whatnot, because it's a little after 10 p.m. now, so just got back not too long ago. And I had to make sure he was good, and then I fed waxworms to Lady and Dramoka, and then the frogs and Chunky in their enclosure, they got some crickets and stuff to kind of hang around with them. But yeah, two things I want to talk about today. One thing is light cycles for reptiles and stuff. He's being so cute, man. Hold on. You gotta see this. So I'm gonna talk while he's doing this then. That's probably the better thing to do right now, because he's being too funny, man. So anywho, like I was saying, light cycles. I just had a comment not long ago, and he kind of went back and forth with me for a sec, and I was just, you know what, I kind of dropped out of that conversation because he wasn't listening. So the thing is, 12 to 12 cycles, yeah. Those are really awesome. That is your basic thing. And when I say 12 to 12 cycle, it's 12 hours of daylight, 12 hours of nighttime. And nighttime usually means lights out. Those red lamps and those blue lamps aren't so good for leopard geckos. They actually have pretty good eyesight for color and everything. It's just it doesn't work out as well for them, even though you can use that for them and everything. But and I will always say, 12 to 12 is great, but I like to try to follow the sun as it rises and falls, and if not, the 12 to 12 is what I go to, unless we talk in winter time, and it's more of a 10 hours of daylight and 14 hours of nighttime. Why I do this and believe this is because nature does not do a perfect 12 to 12. These creatures are hardwired from nature. Yeah, buddy. So because of that, I believe following the light cycles more so what your sun does around you rises and falls. Because even when you turn those lights off, they can still see the difference in the room. If they look out the glass of their enclosure, they still know. The only difference would be they couldn't really tell nighttime. With the bright lights coming down on them all the time would make it very difficult for them to be able to see the nighttime out there. But if you cut their lights off too early before night falls, then, you know, they're going to notice that's not nighttime yet. It's also kind of a good idea to do different types of lighting during the day and stuff for stimulation for the brain and stuff. Taking animals out, because it's another thing that someone was talking to me about recently. They thought that the way I was talking to Lady and holding her out and stuff and whatnot was trying to talk about her feelings and stuff. Lizards and reptiles don't have those attachments. They're amazing animals, but they don't love like cats, dogs, like other mammalian creatures do, and all that. You take them out and interact with them for, stimulation. And for that same reason, changing up your lights sometimes. For example, if it's thundering outside, you got a nice cloudy day and it's raining, cut the lights out for a bit for a couple hours during the day for them while it's going on. Let them experience a cloudy day from inside their enclosure without the lights beaming down on them and telling them what they're supposed to see. Because they do get bored. Animals get bored. Lizards and reptiles, all sorts of amphibians and stuff. So to do a 12 to 12, just like what nature would not do, is going to bore them, It's like almost prison, Wake up at this time, lights out at this time, and repeat. That's going to bore them. In nature changes. Animals will even experience eclipse. during the daytime, and the way they react to that is amazing. I would say try to find some videos on that and see some studies about how different animals react to an eclipse during the daytime. It is super cool. But outside of that, um, light cycles don't have to be a specific 12 to 12. You don't have to keep your animals on a prison lighting sequence. And that's my opinion. That is honestly a back and forth argument. A lot of people believe the 12 to 12 is absolute, you must do that. And you got people that believe what I believe, where when I'm looking outside, it's not 12 to 12. Our sun and lunar cycles do not follow that exact. And so the animals that are out there, if we want to reenact or recreate whatever kind of environment our animals are from, 12 to 12 is not exactly it. But if you do that and you're on that and you're standing on that hill, that's okay. Your animal will be perfectly fine and healthy all their life, even if you do that 12 to 12 cycle. But the mental stimulation thing, I'm standing on myself, you know? So, and the other thing, apparently YouTube is changing the way they do their video stuff. So in long videos like this, rather than it being something that, they have to watch a certain amount in for it to count as a view, it's if you're even on the video for a second, it counts as a view towards the video. So what's going to probably wind up happening, what other creators are going to do, there's going to be more clickbait titles, there's going to be more clickbait thumbnails, because they know as long as they get that one little second, it's going to look good on them. And that's not what's going to happen on this channel at all. I'm going to keep doing what we do here, or what I do here. I say we because the animals and I, this is a channel that features them mostly, and then me, is the way I like to try to think about it, which is why there's so many more shorts and animal viewings of them than there is of me and my face on the channel. I have no problem getting up in front of this thing and talking to you guys, but this is a channel about animals. I want to show their day-to-day and help them, be liaisons in a sense, because there's a lot of people that talk about their own experience with their own animals when it comes to my leopard geckos specifically and everything, and that connects us, And as we learn to care and understand a creature that can't even speak our language and has a different body language and even processes food and heat through their bodies differently than us, if we can learn to respect and understand something like that, imagine how easy it would be to respect and understand one another. Kind of a thing. So that's a big focus on this channel for that. It's not going to change. I'm not going to put any clickbait stuff. All my titles are going to be as they've always been, completely honest. And I just keep taking pictures from my thumbnails. I'll just take a picture on my phone and put that thumbnail up. And so that's why they're always going to be a little different. And that's why it's never going to be AI or anything. I don't do that computer stuff. I'm very bad about it, actually. It's really funny. My boss, even just recently, almost a week ago, I'm working with something on the computer. It's confusing me. My boss is like, man, Nick, you really are bad with computers. Yes. I am Unga Bunga, take rock, hit screen, hope it works. That's how I handle electronics. I'm so much better with nature stuff and everything. And it probably shows on this channel how I do it and everything. But even though I'm a little off-putting with it, I do it a little differently than a lot of other people might with what they're trying to do with this new age AI and graphic enhancements and stuff. Then you got my raggedy behind doing this still, and y'all digging it. And that is, I'm so thankful for that. You guys are so awesome. The channel's going to keep going as it's going, even with this YouTube change. And, big numbers are just big numbers. What matters is those who do stick there, those who do watch, and those are the ones that I think any creator really wants. So even though changes are going to happen, the channel will have changes happen with it as well throughout the years, I'm sure, but it's not going to be anything like that. So don't worry, guys. It's no clickbaits, it's no craziness. I'm going to keep rocking it here as we always have these animals and myself, So as always, your views, your comments, your likes are amazing. It helps the channel, helps me. Thank you for all that. I am just beside myself as the channel's numbers for subscriptions keep growing bit by bit, day by day. It was really slow for a bit, and I even lost subscribers without gaining anything, like 2 or 3, really. And just, again, it's not bad. It's just sometimes you see stuff like that, you're like, am I doing something wrong? But then I just kept sticking to it, and the numbers keep going up. So, you know, times will happen that way. I feel that sometimes in life, you're going to get that little challenge, that little something that's going to say, are you sure you want this? Because a lot of dreams, a lot of the times, are not just handed to you. A lot of people work for their dreams. So sometimes you're going to hit a little rut. Sometimes things may not go as smooth as you might think they do. Stick to it though, and it get better. What's happened to this channel is proof of that. What's happened in my life is proof of that. So y'all keep kicking. You're an amazing person out there. Don't anyone let you think different. You're awesome. Keep on that next day. You deserve it. As always, y'all have a good one. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. It is so good to see that. It warms my heart, uplifts me, and makes this channel grow a bit more, and thus my future, my dreams, everything with that can kind of fit in with that too. And I've talked about that stuff and everything. If I go on about that now, this like 10 something minute video is going to turn into a 20-minute video, so let's not do that. As always, thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all are awesome. Peace out.